I am not a Formula One driver. I am a kart driver. When I drive a kart, I feel it is within my limit.
Ayrton Senna. Wise words.
They really are. And today, we are putting the pedal to the metal, digging into some key English concepts straight from a real learner's track notes.
Indeed. Welcome, everyone, to the Deep Dive. I'm Professor Paulo.
And I am Teacher Mariana. And this deep dive comes to you from the AcademiaBSB team, part of our English Conversations course.
Right. Today, we're doing something quite specific. We're looking at the actual class notes from November 12th, 2024.
For a really cool guy. Our VIP student, John Dennis. He's in high school.
Yes, and interested in engineering and car racing. So, sounds like he's already on the fast track.
Exactly. And John's driving at a CEFRL B1 level right now, so he's building speed, He can handle most everyday situations, but he's working on refining his technique.
And our purpose today is really to analyze, to review John's notes from this class, make sure the track ahead is clear, and maybe help you, our listener, if you're navigating similar corners in your own learning.
Yeah. The main topic from John's class, high school quandaries, those tricky turns, the unexpected bumps, all the stuff that makes being a teenager. Interesting.
We'll focus on the pit stops the class made. Things like idiomatic expressions, the use of there is and there are. Verb tense is a key area for John. And pronunciation. All vital components for race performance.
We'll keep this deep dive really clear, well-paced, simple, like finding the perfect racing line.
Or hitting the apex just right. Exactly. No unnecessary detours.
I'll bring the data, the critical eye, maybe like a kart racer analyzing lap times, looking at what works, and where we can gain those milliseconds.
And I'll bring the energy, the excitement of an armchair sportswoman watching from the stands, cheering on the progress.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Let's enter the first sector of the track.
Focusing on the building blocks. The, let's call it the tire compound of communication, vocabulary.
All right, lap one, corner one. Vocabulary from the current class notes. These are the words of the day John worked with.
Understanding new words is fundamental. It's like adding new tools to your pit box, isn't it?
Totally.
The notes list words like busy, dry, heat, microwave, fridge, purpose, foam, skim, toss, pour, put, lawsuit, right wing, ride a skateboard, supermarket snacks, break. Quite a mix.
And the notes link some of them to synonyms or related ideas like drugstore is basically the same as pharmacy. That's useful to know both.
Yes. Or contrasting ideas, like near is the opposite of far. The notes even gave example sentences showing different distances.
Okay.
The stadium is far from my home, and the lake is neither near nor far from my home, you see. Precision and distance, like precision on the track.
Nice. The notes also made a point about law versus right. Okay, so law is like a rule, a traffic law maybe?
Correct. But right can mean correct, or a political position, or even a human right. Very different meanings packed into one small word.
Wow, yeah. Choosing the right word is like choosing the right gear then. Changes everything.
Exactly. These vocabulary points are the basic parts John is assembling. Crucial stuff.
Okay, so now we transition. We're looking at the data log from the previous race.
Precisely. The vocabulary from the past class.
Right, this is from October 10th, 2024. Reviewing past vocabulary is like checking the wear and tear on those linguistic parts, right? Do they still hold up?
Exactly. The notes list words like success, think, healthy, cafeteria, french fries, fruit, sadly, nutritious, addressed, third, and diabetes.
Just seeing the list reminds you of past topics, maybe about healthy eating or challenges. These words are still in John's lexicon repertory, but he needs to keep using them so they don't lose traction.
Precisely. Consistent review is key for long-term retention, like practicing those turns until they become second nature. You don't even think about it.
Okay, time for the sound check. Let's talk pronunciation, the sound of the engine.
Clear pronunciation is definitely key for communication, like the distinct sound of an F1 car engine.
Yeah, if your English isn't clear, your message just won't get through. It gets lost in the noise.
We'll focus on some sounds from the past class words first. These can sometimes be, well, tricky for B1 learners, especially for Brazilian Portuguese speakers maybe, because certain sounds don't exist or are quite different in Portuguese.
Like the sound. That's a classic one, isn't it? In words like think or healthy. Listen, everyone. Think. Healthy. It's not quite an F sound or a T sound. It's that sound with your tongue just between your teeth. You really have to practice that specific sound.
Another one could be the su sound at the start of success. It's a short su sound, not su. Listen. Success. Getting those vowel sounds right is vital.
And the past tense ed ending, like in addressed, sometimes it sounds like T, sometimes like eed. That could be confusing.
In addressed, it sounds like T. Listen. Addressed. Getting those endings right makes you sound much more natural, much clearer.
Focusing on these specific sounds, rather than just repeating the whole word, that really helps target the areas that need the most tuning, doesn't it?
It does, like adjusting the car's aerodynamics for a specific track. Fine-tuning.
Now, the sound check for the current race vocabulary, the latest pronunciation challenges. This needs precision, like finding the perfect pitch for your engine note.
Okay. For words from the current list, let's try hearing them in a simple phrase, then focusing on the word itself again.
Good idea. Let's take dizzy.
You sound very busy.
Busy.
Or toss. Just toss it here. Toss.
Like a foam. There's foam on top. Foam.
And lawsuit. He filed a lawsuit. Lawsuit.
Ooh, significant other. My significant other is coming. Significant other.
And those useful phrases like, how so? Or what does it actually mean? How. The sounds here are important in context too. How so? What does it actually mean?
Hearing the word in a sentence.
Yeah.
Then the word again. It really helps cement the sound, I think.
And connects it to meaning. This targeted practice refines your phonetic performance. It builds confidence.
Okay, time to apply these tools. Using language effectively. This is like understanding race strategy now, focusing on natural phrasing. How do people actually use these words and phrases?
Well, the notes show some practical phrases, like how so and what does it actually mean. Mariana, if I said something you didn't quite understand, how might you use these?
Okay. Well, I might say, okay, Professor, you said the car's handling strangely. How so? Like, what specifically is happening?
Right.
Or if you used a technical term I didn't know, I'd probably ask, what does that actually mean in simple terms? They're just, polite ways to ask for clarification or more details.
Like asking your race engineer for more data points. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The notes also give that corrected sentence example. That really highlights a common mistake, doesn't it?
Oh.
Especially with verb tenses and subject-verb agreement, which, John is working on.
Yes. The original student sentence was, no, my family cook my father, but on Monday, I cook alone.
Oh, dear.
And the corrected version, in my family, my dad is the only one who cooks, but on Mondays, I cook for myself.
Oh, wow. The first one. My family cooked my father. That sounds very different.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, but gosh, it really shows the impact of getting the verb right.
Yeah. It does. Cook instead of cooks for my family or my dad. And the difference between cook alone versus cook for myself.
Right. Cook alone just means you're the only person there, but cook for myself means you're preparing the meal just for you.
It highlights the importance of precise subject-verb agreement. My dad, singular, needs cooks, third person singular present tense. And it shows how word choice, alone versus for myself, changes the meaning completely.
Very different scenarios. It shows how crucial choosing the right words and verb forms is.
Yeah.
Like using the correct wrench in the pit stop, maybe.
Exactly. Let's try a quick practice. Imagine I heard something strange. Mariana, someone said your family cooked your father.
What? No. It's hilarious. No. In my family, my dad is the only one who cooks. Usually.
Yeah.
But on Mondays, I cook for myself. So, yeah, I understand kitchen challenges.
Ah, okay. That makes much more sense. See? Language requires that precision. Just like setting up the car suspension, getting one detail wrong can change everything.
Okay, now for the special maneuvers of English. Idioms. Those phrases that add flair and depth. They're like the unique driving styles of different racers. They add character.
Indeed. The notes list several useful idioms, especially relevant to relationships and, high school life. Through thick and thin.
This means supporting each other in good times and bad times, right? The notes use the Three Musketeers example, one for all and all for one. That's standing together through thick and thin.
Like teammates who support each other even when the car breaks down, or when one driver has a bad race weekend.
Exactly. Then there's two peas in a pod.
Close friends who are very similar. The movie Stand By Me is the context in the notes. Friends who are inseparable. They just fit together.
Like perfectly matched tires for the track conditions.
A good analogy. Next, hit it off.
To become friends quickly. The James Taylor song, You've Got a Friend, is mentioned. That feeling of instant connection, like finding immediate grip on a new track surface.
Then, birds of a feather flock together.
Friends with similar interests spend time together. The notes mention sociology studies. It's a natural human tendency, apparently. People with shared hobbies. Or, who support the same F1 team.
True. Next, have someone's back.
to support or help a friend, especially in difficult times.